Today, while I was looking around at Walmart trying to find some more of the turtle figures, hoping that they would have even more of these out, I saw Wingnut staring at me again, saying, "Don't you remember me?" And I'm like going, why did I not like Wingnut, or did I? I can't remember at the top of my memory now. So I guess Wingnut found his way home with me today. Wingnut and his little buddy Screwloose, which is a mosquito, and maybe that's why I didn't like skeeters. And he has a bat gun. All right, things don't fail me now. So he's got some gnarly looking face on him. He's not the prettiest thing in the world, but then again, he's blind as a bat, so how can he tell? So we got the story of the turtles at the top, just like the original ones do. It says Nickelodeon at the top of that one. I've been looking online trying to find out, how much these cards look like the original ones, because the art is pretty much amazing. Like, look at the art right there and right here. It's pretty faithful to the Archie comics, it seems like, but definitely not to the original source material from 1984. So while this is saying it's a 1984 thing, I'm going, really? You should be saying it's more like the late 80s, like more like 87, 88. It's really not, it's not based on the original 1984 comics at all. I don't think that any of this kind of incarnation came around to 87. But for Wingnut, portrait of Wingnut and Screwloose, dingbat buddies who bite the baddies. Well, for vital statistics, accessories, we got a bat gun, a plasma-propelled bat wings, because they like some of that blood. I like blood, Seymour. Feed me, Seymour. All right, so blood-bursting bat bomb and a utility bat belt. I guess he likes baseball because he sure is a bat person, yeah. All right, so his birthplace was the Belfry of Transylvania. His height is 5 foot 5 inches, more like 5 inches. And his weight is 160 pounds with Screwloose on his back. His favorite sound is blood-curdling. Wingnut, the klutzy-caped vampire bat, quietly hung out with his home planet, Huanu? I don't know how to pronounce that one. That is until Krang destroyed it. Saved and sucked into a vortex before his planet exploded. Wingnut ended up on Earth. Of all places. Along with Screwloose, a level-headed Huana mosquito. Huana man? I don't know what it's supposed to say. All right. Furious and frantic that Crane obliterated his planet, the crazed Wingnut is out to get even with Crane or anyone else associated with that burbling brain. That makes him a perfect ally for the turtle teens. Despite Wingnut's bloodshot eyes, defective radar, so yeah, he is blind as a bat, stunted wings, and oversensitive ears, he's determined to be a superhero. Even with a constant training from our green teens, Wingnut's more likely to bump into a building than to bust a baddie. Armed with the mechanical turbo wings, invented by Donatello, Wingnut flutters and putters to put the bite on the Foot Clan. So on the back of this card, we see a few new characters that I didn't see on the previous cards. Like this one right here, we have the Rat King. He was not on one of the previous cards that I looked at. I remember Leatherhead was on there because I put that on my want list. And Genghis Khan on my want list. But nobody else on here was not that. I don't see anybody else that's really new. This Baxter Stockman is still at my Walmart. Shredder's still at my Walmart, and as far as I care, he's going to stay there. I have not seen any of these other guys, and I've not seen Genghis Frog or Mondo Gecko. I think that was on the other card. So let's take him off the package and try to preserve this beautiful art, and of course the card with his bio on it. Just like when I was a kid, I used to keep this information on all my action figures. One of the things I really enjoy about Star Trek, which was also made by Playmates, they also had their bio cards on the back, and just, more ways to make sure the packaging is not something you just toss away into trash. Speaking of trash, I was trying to put something in the recycle bin, and I totally missed because I was not hitting the right thing. All right, this time they didn't put plastic things in there. They put this right here. That's better. I like that better. It doesn't seem to want to pinch back, but I did bring fingernail clippers anyway, because that's the best thing to cut with, to be honest with you. My scissors are crappy. Oh, we still got plastic things. I spoke too soon. We have plastic things over here to cut out. Let me get it down so you can actually see the fun I'm having here. And don't get distracted by all this stuff in the background. I've been working on Lego stuff. So I got his 2 wings. And I think that's all I'm gonna be able to get from this angle. All right, so we got his back gun. I deeply hate these plastic things. All right, we're gonna have to do this thing. We're gonna have to stretch. You know what? So I won't get my fingers smacked whenever the thing smacks back. When you pull on these things with your fingers and you cut them, they do this thing where they smack back like a rubber band. I feel like I'm doing like some kind of surgery here. They're just making it literally like the most impossible thing to do. And why did I say literally? I hate when people ever use that word. Okay, there we go. Good gosh. I mean, it's like they must think that these things are trying to literally, here I go again. They're trying to escape on their own, under their own power or something. It's like ridiculous. All right, they don't need this plastic one right here, for instance. I mean, his arm's not going to go anywhere his body can't go. All they need is one around his waist, and that was it. But no, they put like 1,000 on him. And I'm just trying to kill the dead space. So we won't have to sit there and let's just listen to this annoying crunching noise. Oh my gosh, there's ones on his feet. They have them on his arms, on his feet. All you had to do is put it around his waist. And you didn't have to put it around his waist. It's not going anywhere. I think they're obsessed with wasting plastic. And it's just extremely annoying getting these things out of the package. I truly deeply hate these little plastic things. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. So, yeah, anyway, now I'm going to sweep the floor. All right, so coming straight off the card, you have to get his wings on him, and that's probably one of the things that I hated back then was just the wings, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember why I hated it. I have negative emotions about this, and I'm not sure if it's because maybe I lost something in mind. That's why I was so, having negative emotions. Okay. Getting the wings in there? It could be that mine's still warm. He was in the car, and the car's warm, like 114 degrees warm. He's a definitely warm piece of plastic. Trying to get his bat belt lined up. There we go. That's on the front. So his wings are definitely still warm, and that's why they're not popping right in. They're like gooey plastic right now. While we try to let the wings cool down a little bit, let's take a look at the little sidekick right here. So we got Dingbat, and that's not the dog off of Heathcliff. This is our little sidekick mosquito. You can see his little mosquito wings. They came like this back in the 80s as well. So if you're sitting there going, why don't they paint these? These are supposed to represent how they were 40 years ago. This is the 40th anniversary edition. This is his bomb. Let's see if it goes on his waist somewhere, because it's got the little tab like it goes somewhere. I begin to wonder if it goes on his wings. I just can't remember. Like I said, I had this a long time ago, but I don't know what to do with it. All right, so the wings. Looking at the wings, there's a lot of detail on it. It looks like these may be his original wings, and then we added some extra stuff to it. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen him on the cartoon. I don't really watch the cartoon that much, but maybe I should. And the wings are not staying in too well. Maybe when it cools down, they'll be able to stay in better. All right, so let's look at the articulation. For that absolute face that only a mother can love, it could turn around in full 360 degrees. I mean, he's like gooey right now because he has been in the car, and the car was 110, like I'm not joking, 114 degrees. I don't have a carport. There's only a joint right here on his shoulder. I could have sworn there was another joint down here somewhere at his wrist. His right arm and his left arm only have a joint that does a swivel at the shoulder. His legs are on a ball joint. They can go out. Right now, he's, like I said, he's super gooey and pliable. So if you want yours to be this gooey and pliable, just leave them in your car. All right. He can sit down. He's got little pegs on his feet. But his legs, there's no articulation other than at the hip. And that's it. And of course the wings are going to keep on falling out for now. I did not know it was going to be an issue, or I would have just waited until he cooled down to give you the rundown of this. So if you look at the details in his face, there is a whitewash over it. He's got the blood red eyes, but he's not got bloodshot or anything. His teeth are nicely painted white. His blue mask that he wears goes all over him. He's got blue shoulder pads. The thing that's really cool about him is people, I don't know if you recognize it, but he looks a lot like the 1960s Batman with the blue, gloves, blue boots, the gray shirt, and then the yellow accents. So we got Wingnut right there, W instead of a Batman symbol. We got a bat belt, utility belt. So yeah, he's very much like a Batman from the 60s homage. So that's definitely a lot of, I don't know if people have ever paid attention to that. I've never heard any reviewers, well, I never heard any reviewers talk about him actually. As far as I know, I'm the only one, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that does this. Let's take a look at his bat gun. Okay, it's got a little hole in the side so you can put it, all I can remember is this right here is the only place I can think of. And his wings are very like junk, they're like made out of junk. His belt really doesn't have any places on it. I was just kind of like thinking it would have like little peg holes on it. All right. So for now, I'll just take his wings off until they cool down, and then I can actually pop them into place. So for his gun, it's not got, the holster is not all the way a circle. So you could put it in his hand, and it does look like he's actually holding it. His other hand is a pointing hand. We got the detail right there. And one of the things you got to really pay attention to, there's so much detail on the turtle figures that you just got to look at it. You can, it's like a Where's Waldo book. You just got, while you're looking for Waldo, you see 1,000 other things. Or just find the grapefruit, find this. Like one of those pictures in the Sunday comics where you used to find all the things in the book. Or what was that thing we used to read, the magazine, Highlights. We used to read Highlights, and there was always a page that had all these things you got to find in them. And if it was wintertime, it'd be people ice skating on a pond, and you had to find all the little hidden things. All right, so on the back, he has Viacom 2022 Playmates. So it's, if you're thinking, well, if somebody gets this, how will we know that they're not going to try to sell it off as the original? Well, I don't have the original to show you, but I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference. And if you can't tell the difference, right there's the year that this one was actually produced. Yeah, they're starting to cool down a little bit, so I'll wait till they cool down fully, because getting that in right now, I'm afraid I'm just going to end up chewing it. But yeah, Wingnut is, I welcome him to my collection. I don't know why I had negative emotions about it. Maybe my wings or lost them or something. I don't remember. I cannot remember why I had such negative emotions. He is just gorgeous, though. When I was looking at the pictures to put up for him, I was amazed at how different the original or the pictures look to his face. His face looks amazing. And then he's got some whitewash on his face. He looks adorable. I do like him. I just, I guess maybe my brain's like, well, no, don't start buying these. Because it's like a Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get addicted to these too once you start finding these at your store. Look for that little sticker right there. We have 40 years of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I call it the 40th anniversary. Let me know which ones you picked up. Do you plan to pick all of them up? Again, the only one I don't think I want to pick up is Shredder. Maybe Splinter, but Shredder, I always thought he just looks ridiculous. He looks all bent out of shape. And what is your favorite friend or ally of the Turtles? And why? So on the back here again, these other ones like Shredder, never did like that one. So have a great day, and thanks for watching, and let me know what you think.